welcome back to the channel. It's last I heard Desi. So in one of the most disastrous moves by an artist in recent years, Drake just accused his record label of faking streams and using illegal tactics in order to pump up Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us. As we all know, Not Like Us became the most successful track out of the songs released by the two hip-hop giants during their recent beef. Drake is accusing Universal Music Group, which also distributes Kendrick Lamar's music, of doing things to purposely diminish his star power and popularity. This couldn't come at a worse time considering that Kendrick Lamar just dropped a new album literally days ago. Let's look at an article discussing this. For the second straight day, Drake has taken legal action against Universal Music Group, this time in Texas, over Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us. It follows a similar filing in New York on Monday, in which Drake alleges UMG falsely pumped up the popularity of Not Like Us on Spotify and other streaming services. The two court moves have taken the bitter beef between the two hip-hop superstars to a whole new level, with the parent company of the labels for both men now pulled directly into the fight. Tuesday's filing in Bexar County alleges UMG engaged in irregular and inappropriate business practices to get radio airplay for Not Like Us, including making illegal payments to San Antonio-based iHeartMedia. The petition, a precursor to a potential lawsuit, seeks depositions from corporate representatives of both companies. The filing takes aim at UMG for allegedly knowing that the song itself, as well as its accompanying album art and music video, attacked the character of another one of UMG's most prominent artists, Drake, by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging in pedophilic acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. The filing points out that the song calls Drake a certified pedophile, a predator, and someone whose name should be registered and placed on Neighborhood Watch. The petition says Drake could sue UMG for defamation, among other claims. I'm not gonna lie, this is hilarious. The reason why is because if you remember when these two first began sending diss tracks back and forth, Drake was the one taunting Kendrick and begging him to drop, so for him to end up suing at the end is really embarrassing. And overall, this is really a bad look because Drake is coming off like a sore loser that's bitter about the way he's being perceived following the beef. And as far as false claims made in the lyrics of those songs, Drake himself made accusations that are still yet to be proven true. I mean, did he not accuse Kendrick Lamar's fiancée of having an affair with his manager and that the kid wasn't Kendrick's? This is a bad look, honestly. It just screams out sore loser. And for him to be a hip-hop artist doing this, it looks 10 times worse. And look, I understand that some of these allegations made by Kendrick Lamar is harsh, but that's a part of rap beefs. They always make insults and taunt at one another, whether true or not. But I also understand that there is ongoing conversation and negotiations over his next deal with Universal, so the petitions are believed to be an attempt to try to regain some kind of leverage as negotiations aren't going his way. Let's look at a video discussing this.
So I reached out and I spoke to someone close to Drake's camp, and here's what they told me. The reason why Drake decided to move forward with this lawsuit was because he felt like the record label, which is supposed to be his record label too, and he makes them a lot of money. Y'all know Drake is a huge artist. He felt like they were using this song and funding money that he helps them make to bury him as an artist. And y'all are probably like, what the hell? Like, why would a record label want to bury somebody that's making the money? So what's been happening behind the scenes is that Drake has actually been in negotiations, from what I'm hearing, with the label. He was making, like, he had like a deal for like 4 million or something like that, but he was asking for 6 now with his deal being over and them renegotiating. So basically, he felt like the label did everything that they could to make Kendrick Lamar's song the biggest song, this is all alleged, the biggest song, to basically disvalue him, so that now he's at a point where no label is going to want to give him more money than the deal that he just got, because he's having a hard time right now. He's not beating the allegations because Kendrick's song and everything that Kendrick did is doing so well. He looks crazy. He doesn't have any new music out. The music that he did try and put out and all that, remember he put out that big file of all that like the videos and all that stuff. It went nowhere. Nothing right now is sticking from him but drama like this. So from what I was told, aside from a person, you know, close to his camp, was that the reason why he put this lawsuit out is because he felt like it was his only way to kind of, it's more about the label and not about Kendrick.
That's what Lauren LaRosa had to say about the situation, and shout out to her for breaking it down. So clearly it's more than just the diss track itself that's bothering him here. It's also about how Not Like Us has now impacted his future earnings. But honestly, these are some of the things he should have thought about prior to the beef. And for Universal Records or any other record label to strategically work behind the scenes to inflate numbers. That's common practice in the music industry. That's nothing new. Whether we're talking about their sneaky ads play to get radio stations to play records, or simply paying certain agencies to increase the streams on their artists' records. And I'm 100% sure these same tactics that Drake is complaining about have been used for his own songs in the past. So for him to now be mad at it being done for another artist is hypocritical. So honestly, this is starting to look like the beginning of the end of this Drake run over the last 15 years, but we'll see. All this did was boost Kendrick Lamar's sales for his new album GNX. After previously being expected to sell 230,000 units, he ended up surpassing over 324,000 units in the first week, so I'm sure he loved all the free promotion. In other Drake news, he recently announced a new tour in Australia, and this ironically would take place around the same time Kendrick is slated to perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. This is doing too much. Drake at this time just needs to take a break for at least a year and let things cool down, and then return with a surprise album at the end of 2025 or early 2026. But he's not used to not being viewed as the guy, so we'll see. But anyways, my ninjas, it's Last I Heard Desi. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.